And yes, it's going to mean sending ministers, sending people out to open those markets along with the private sector. Because some of these countries you cannot do business private sector to private sector. The doors are opened up government to government. You meet with the Crown Prince, you open up the door, and then the private sector follows. And just as a bit of a footnote, I am glad how quickly Abu Dhabi is reciprocating to our visit. And in fact, will be sending a small mission to Alberta here in a couple of weeks. And when I get back, one of the calls I have to make is to the ambassador from Abu Dhabi who wants to set up another mission to Alberta. So as we move forward, we have to be competitive. And competitiveness is not just something that we dream about, that we want to get there at some point. We have no time to delay. And that is why last week in the House, the first bill we introduced was the Alberta Competitiveness Act. Now typically the first bill in the legislature is something really big. It's supposed to be really important. It's a way to signal the top priority. Well, I can tell you that's the case here. In fact, if you look through this throne speech, you'll see building competitiveness reflected on every page. Competitiveness can mean a lot of things. Many people see it kind of a point of view from a cost point of view. How long does it take you to get approval on your project? What does it cost to get those approvals? What is the regulatory process that you must follow, not only in the province of Canada, but within your municipality and also with the Canadian government? And I'm finding that if we have investors that have $2 to $3 billion on the table, and it takes 3 to 4 years to get an approval, I can tell you folks, there's a lot of money that can travel to many different places around the world. And that's not to say that we're going to diminish our environmental regulations. All I'm saying is those decisions have to be made quicker. And that is in all areas, not just oil and gas. But we've certainly found what's been delaying a lot of the important decisions in the other sectors as well. And of course, forestry and agriculture are very important. So it's also, it's all about lowering their costs and also providing more value. The cost of regulation has grown, the red tape has grown, and many people are saying that there is a lot of red tape between, let's say, the factory and the market. And just in speaking to some of the other representatives from other countries, we have unbelievable natural blessings. We have natural resources. We're positioned very well to the Asian market. All of these blessings are here. All I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is we can't wait any longer, and we have to take a leadership role as the province of Alberta. The implementation of the bill is in the hands of Minister Ted Morton, who is Minister of Finance and Enterprise, and I am looking to the private sector to tell us what factors we should measure. And that will be reported annually to the Premier, and the Premier will have to report annually to the House, to the legislature, in terms of our competitiveness compared to other jurisdictions in North America. You will tell us what you want measured, not government, but you. And that's why I'm asking everyone to be involved through Rotaries, through the Chambers of Commerce across this province, so that we can get the right measurables and do it the right way. We're heading into a period where we have to bring or do government differently. And it took a while to enter into the trade, investment, labor, and mobility with the province of British Columbia. Almost 3 years, 4 years. We started in transportation. Can you believe it? If you're down on Highway 3 and you're trucking, you stop once. You know where your truck stops to get measured for weights and dimensions? On the BC side. Jointly staffed, jointly built by Alberta and BC. And you may think that that's not a big issue. Well, I'll put a bet it saves that shipper $150. And you're measuring brakes. It's a physical measurement. A safe break on this side of the imaginary line is just as safe as on the other side. Okay? And those are the little things. But we've got a long way to go yet to get to the bottom of all of the regulations. And you will see in Western Canada an economic union between British Columbia, Alberta, we're moving on Saskatchewan, and now Manitoba has talked about some interest in joining the 3 Western provinces. We have some of the most ridiculous regulations, like you can't chase cows over the border on a Sunday. Probably the safest, because people are home, you know, you get a lot less trucks on the highway. But you know, it is just you know, I don't want to minimize the issue, but there's a real need to get down to the bottom of it. And the other is that you need answers much quicker than what you're getting today as a business. You know, the fact is, a small business, you're automatically registered in BC today. You know, why we didn't do that 40 years ago? You know, it's only 8 years ago that we actually got together with the province of BC in the same room. Because we all thought that we can do all these little things ourselves, province by province by province. Well, those trade barriers are killing our economy. And unless we start moving and showing leadership as a province of Alberta, we won't get to where Europe is today, or many of the other economic unions that are forming around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's a lot to talk about in terms of government, but I just see there's this tremendous opportunity for Alberta. We want to work with you, listen to your suggestions, because you know, Paul said this is one of the best places in the world to live. And you know, when coming back from all of the countries that had an opportunity to visit, there's something that overtakes you when you come back to this province of Alberta within the country of Canada. And when Robert was singing O Canada today, I was thinking hopefully more O Canada singing during the Olympics. I think that one of the first medals may be won on home ground by a Canadian, perhaps as early as Saturday, I think, but I could be wrong. But it's a time to share our pride with the rest of the world. We've got a great country, great province, and most importantly, one of the best natural resource is our people. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your invitation, allowing me to spend some time with you. Thanks a lot.